Nithyananda everyone. So let's now enter into the next session, which is the glimpses of the glories of the past. On 20th March 2004, Supreme Founder of Hinduism reveals some of the signs of alchemic process and shares the secret of how to transform from lust to love to a group of devotees. So let's now hear a few minute video clip from Supreme Founder of Hinduism. First,
What is alchemy means? A real incident which happened when I was in Himalayas. I met an elderly sadhu, old aged man who never uses any clothes to cover his body. They are called Naga sannyasis in the Himalayan region. They stay in Himalayan regions. They don't use any cloth to cover their body. In that cold, they live in a way it's unique. They don't use any clothes, they don't cover their body. Just like a small kids, they live naked way. Actually, when I went to the Himalayas, I was told too many wrong stories about them. That they are very violent people. And when you look at them, they will be having a big matted lock hair and black. You feel like really they are violent people. Because I heard so many stories, they are violent people, I was afraid to go near him. He was just seated on the bank of Ganga, the deep forest, and enjoying himself. Somehow I felt he is after all alone. What violence he can do? Why not just let us go near and try to talk to him? Because he was so joyful and calm, serene. Just even to see him is such a nice feeling. I felt I should go near him to talk to him or to relate with him. I went. I tried to speak. I know only broken Hindi, the few words. I tried to relate with him. I saw he was having a pipe with which they smoke ganja. In North India, sadhus use ganja. He was having a pipe in which he used to smoke ganja. When I saw that ganja pipe, immediately I thought, oh, he is also the same category only, let me leave him, let us not relate with him. As soon as I saw that he started smoking the ganja, I decided to walk out, move. He said, baitiye, baitiye, sit, sit. Because he has said, I have no other way, I just sat. Before smoking the pipe, he put few copper coins inside and put the ganja, put the fire, started smoking. After finishing, he just emptied that pipe. There fell few gold coins. Copper coins are replaced by gold coins. I was actually shocked. Of course, I didn't believe, as you all. Just like you all, I didn't believe. Then again, he went and sold the coins, purchased little more ganja and brought little more copper coins. Showed me second time also pure ordinary copper coins. He just put inside the fire, ordinary ganja, smoke. When he emptied, again I saw gold coins. Not once or twice, more than 10 times I stayed with him 1 or 2 days. More than 10 times he did the same thing. I asked him, Baba, give me the meditation and bliss. I do not want these gold coins. In search of meditation and bliss only I came to Himalayas. Please give me the bliss of meditation, Ananda. He just gave me that pipe. Not only I was shocked, I was frightened because I am never habituated. And somehow that smell was not suiting my system. So I was just taking back, I was moving back. I told, no, Baba, I don't want to smoke. I can't. Give me the bliss of meditation. Very playfully, laughing way, he just threw little air through his mouth to my face. He just did. Very casually, playfully. And I do not know how you will understand or believe. 3 days I was in ecstasy. Continuously 3 days I was in the bliss. Of course, after a few days he left from that place. I have never seen him again once more. Neither I know his name nor his place or anything. The copper coin which has become gold, that is the process, we call it alchemy. Changing the lower level metals into the higher level metals. Changing the iron, copper or the other lower level metals into higher level metals. That is what is the process called alchemy. Solidifying the mercury just by pure energy. How they do? I asked him, Baba, how do you do? And one more strange thing, he doesn't know. I never introduced myself that I am from South India or I am from Tamil Nadu. I was speaking to him only in broken Hindi. But that sadhu suddenly started speaking in Tamil. He gave me a reply. Only one Tamil word, very poetic Tamil word. I will tell the Tamil word and then I will give you the translation. He said, Angam palutta tangam palukkum. If your being is ripe, you can make the gold ripe. If your being is ripe, you can make gold to ripe. Of course, it's very hard to understand, difficult to understand. Then the few days which I stayed, he was explaining, once a man who can transform his lowest energy, base energy into a spiritual energy, he can verily convert base metal into a gold. It is the inner alchemy which makes the outer alchemy possible. If you have mastered the inner alchemy, the outer alchemy is nothing. From lust to love is the ultimate alchemy. Alchemy means changing the base things into the higher things. If you are changing base metal into higher metals, you know the alchemy of metals. If you are changing mercury into a solidified mercury, you know the alchemy of mercury. If you are changing the lust into love, you know the ultimate alchemy. Of course, I am going to speak and the ultimate alchemy. Because the lower alchemies are not big things. What are you going to do by learning the lower alchemies? And there is enough of gold which is available in our life. Little more gold means only little more problem. Somebody went and asked Ramana Maharishi, Bhagavan, give me some power, some siddhis, miracle powers. Bhagavan said, the powers which you are having now, with that itself you are not able to live peacefully, happily. If you get some more powers, what will happen to your head?
On 25th March 2005, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, delivered a discourse at Oracle Corporation in Redwood Shores, California, USA on 25th March 2005. Here, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, delivered a talk titled The Time, the Ultimate Thief, to staff and management, and later answered their questions regarding issues they face in life. Later in the evening, Supreme Founder of Hinduism delivered a talk titled Collective Consciousness at the Holiday Inn Express, San Jose. Soon after the talk, he met and blessed each and every person who attended the talk, running parallel on that day and under the direct guidance of Supreme Founder of Hinduism. His initiated disciples conducted puja and arati to Lord Dakshinamurti under the sacred boundary at Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru, Adinam. On 25th March 2006, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism conducted the Nityananda Spurna Day 1 at Houston, USA. In that convention, Supreme Founder of Hinduism initiated the delegates on various authenticated as per the Shastra Pramana, Artha Pramana, and Atma Pramana meditation techniques and compassionately answered all of their questions, clearing all their doubts. On 25th March 2007, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, addressed the delegates of the Atma Purna program. Supreme Founder of Hinduism guided them into a deep process of visualization. The action of visualizing cannot be used to try visualizing God or enlightenment, as they can only be experienced. The process do stretch the delegates' minds and their visualization and verbalization to a point where they could not function anymore. That very space itself is the space of liberation, and the delegates were able to experience it in first hand. Later that day, under the direct guidance of Supreme Founder of Hinduism, an English class was conducted for the Adinavasis of Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru Adinam. Below are some of the pictures taken during the classes sessions taken in Adi Kailasa. On 25th March 2008, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism gave Sarva Darshan, free healing and blessings to all who came to surrender at his feet in Adi Kailasa. When no distraction holds any interest for human beings, they have cleared their path to spiritual freedom, and they can finally be in the presence of an enlightened being and receive his darshan. Later that day, Swamiji delivered the initiations into the powerful cognitions of the Shiva Sutras to the huge number of delegates that were gathering every evening at Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru Arena, to attend to Swamiji's Satsang and initiations. Also on that day, Swamiji warmly welcomed the famous writer, director, TV actor Vishu, and also received with all the traditional honors and respects that Vidadipati of Koilur Adina, Nachappa Jnanadeshika Swami at Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru Adina. On 20th March 2009, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism translated the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and in this sutra, Swamiji described the five activities of the mind that will either lead to anguish or non-anguish, to suffering or joy. The Patanjali Yoga Sutras are extremely popular and followed by many, as Patanjali was very practical, and he evolved from the human zone to the divine zone. Therefore, he knows all the problems human beings face throughout their lives. So, in the Sutra, Patanjali explained what the mind is and what imagination is and how it can affect us. And the mind is not a thing, it is an action. On this day, 25th March 2011, Swamiji expounded on the topic of Vedic way of weight loss. Swamiji beautifully shared a technique that was handed to him by his guru, Isaki Swamigal.
System can get you to the space of no food. I have seen this system is directly taught to me by Isaki Swamigal, a great Siddha Purusha. First start with the samyama. First instruction is at least 8 times a day do the samyama. Means the 21-minute intensely visualizing hot sun on the throat chakra and merging into that energy. After each time, have some food made out of the rice flour and ghee. Usually he takes that ghee dosa. That's what he prescribes. Have ghee dosa. 8 times you have to eat. Please understand. It is very paradox. You may think, what is this? Swamiji started saying that he will liberate us from food and he is telling now 8 times to eat. That's the way it starts. 8 samyama. And after every samyama, you used to take ghee dosa, you can do anything, maybe you can do ghee idli or anything. The ghee and the rice flour item made out of these two. Ghee dosa is the best thing. Eat as much as you can. But the problem is, all 8 times you have to eat. If you say first 2 times itself you finished eating and second time, third time you are not able to eat, no, something is wrong. Then you have to change the quantity such a way that all 8 times you are able to eat. Then naturally you will be able to eat only 1 dosa after every time. If you continue the same, after every samyama the food intake will reduce. Please understand. It will reduce, like after every samyama, it will become half in 10 days. Then after every samyama, in 20 days, it will become quarter. Then after every samyama, it will become just 1 bit. Within 3 months, after every samyama, you will feel so alive and strong. You may need just only a teaspoon of ghee. I have seen Isaki Swamigal living just with teaspoon of ghee. Every day, maybe some 10 times he will take. Teaspoon of ghee and little sugar he will take. Little sugar and teaspoon of ghee. That's all. Nothing else. He will not only walk Arunachala hill, he will roll.
On 25th March 2012, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, explained that every man and woman carries certain feminine and masculine principles of energies inside. He further shared that unless the masculine and feminine energies inside us are met, we will not feel fulfillment inside. Swami reminded that everyone, that human beings should live a beautiful life without interference of mind. Running parallel on that day and under the direct guidance of Swamiji, the inauguration of Kailasa's new center was conducted in the city of Vaniambadi, Tamil Nadu, South India. On 25th March 2013, the Supreme Council of Hinduism conducted the Day 13 of the Enlightenment Convention, and on this day, Swamiji expanded on the principle of authenticity, how it creates a space of possibility in every dimension of life. Swamiji shared that we should all bring ourselves to the absolute peak of our capacity. our capability of us, then there will not be no wastage of inner powers. The lower aspects, dimension of us, become empowered when we waste the energies of our higher capacities. The bigger danger we have in our life is using the inauthenticities of others to become inauthentic. Swamiji explained that we should not use the inauthenticity of others to justify our own inauthenticity, and that we should not think that this makes us right. And whatever we are projecting to others, we have to be in the peak possibility of that. All human beings should learn the science of living and practice the science of living in peak possibility. On 25th March 2014, Swamiji conducted the Day 20 of the Inner Convention at Haridwar. During that day's presidential address, Nithyananda Satsang, Swamiji explained how the spiritual truths are not useful in our lives unless we actually live them. Too often we want to blame the truth, saying that they are false, or blaming them in some way without even putting them into practice. It is like having a driver license without owning a car. How is having the license useful? Living the great truths makes them part of our reality. So even if we falter, they rise up to help us conquer any challenges in our daily life. Later that day, the most fortunate delegates of the Enlightenment Convention went on a river rafting along with Swamiji and the Ganga Mata, and after that they enjoyed a powerful darshan and a team dinner with Supreme Pandu of Hindus. On 20th March 2016, the Supreme Pandu of Hinduism conducted the Day 11 of the Inner Awakening Convention, and during the Inner Awakening session, Swamiji revealed some of the important truths about death, guided the participants through a deep completion process known as the death meditation. This meditation is one of the most powerful, deeply transformative process during the program. Many report deep healing, seeing, visions, and other experience of the states of consciousness. Anybody who consciously allows the dying process and stares into the eyes of death is a Dhira, the courageous one, a Shiva Bhakta, Shiva's devotee. And Shaivism is a tradition that educates us to share at death while we are alive and never allows us to divert our attention from death. On 25th March 2017, the Supreme Pandu of Hindus described about the revelation he received from Sadashiva about the easiest way to win the space of oneness with Sadashiva. It came in the form of a sound, which upon chanting will instantly establish one in the space of oneness and let them manifest powers. This password, the Mahavakya revealed by Sadashiva, works beyond our state of mind and incompletions, instantly manifesting Sadashiva through us. And Swami shared that every time when we declare this mantra, this password, Sadashiva, who is in us, Mahasadashiva, he just breaks and he opens up through us and starts manifesting.
All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level, if the integrity gets reduced, I was wondering what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection. So they start manifesting the powers. They start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving. For all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password. And it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
Yes. Let's enter into the next year, 25th March 2018. On this day, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism expounded on the life of Sri Ramachandra. In this talk, entitled Message of Sri Ramachandra, build your life on powerful recognition. Swamiji shared the greatness of Avatar Sri Ram and his Tyaga for the sake of Dharma. He shared that even when his kingdom was taken away, he did not lose his kingdom because it was built on powerful cognition. The message of Sri Rama's life is one line is build your life on powerful cognitions. Swamiji initiated delegates of Kalabhairava Yogam program into Shiva Diksha and concluded with a powerful darshan. On 25th March 2019, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism shared a message to all his disciples in his own words. The very place in Tirunamalai, once Arunagi Yogeshwar personally sat and entered into Jiva Samadhi and blessed, declaring this place will be his eternal Samadhi and his presence here will vibrant. Now we are building his Jiva Samadhi, and anyone who shares time, treasure, talent will be blessed with the grace of Paramashiva. Thus Arunagi Yogeshwara himself. On 25th March 2020, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, after this great fast, started radiating Paramashiva to this physical body, the very being of Paramashiva, for the whole of humanity. During this period, after the great fast, Swamiji delivered extraordinarily powerful messages and initiations every day. Today, during the everyday life public talk, Swamiji Satsang, Paramashiva encouraged delegates to drop what we know as ourselves and molden ourselves in the space of Paramashiva. Parashakti directly blessed one and all on this auspicious beginning of Sarvari Nama Samvatsara, as well as Vasanta Navaratri, as per the lunar calendar. Paramashiva then directly answered the delegate's question, bestowing boons, clarification, and a sacred apatsanyas. The work further on raising the consciousness of the delegates by bestowing them with the Mahabhairava Bhava Darshan for the day. On 25th March 2021, Supreme Founder of Hinduism delivered a message from Kailasa during the Vaidishvara, the healing manifestation of Paramashiva. In his own words, Paramashiva's Vaidishvara is here blessing everyone with complete health and healing physically, mentally, and emotionally, cosmically, and spiritually. I'm here to bless you all and heal you all, not to judge. So, all your karmas and other direct, indirect, known or unknown cause of all levels of illness are destroyed, burned, and cleared. The whole universe will experience absolute health and will recover from all physical diseases and all pandemic effects and impacts. Blessings to all of you. Get enriched and enjoy. These are the direct words from Supreme Founder of Hinduism. It's time that we enter into the meditation. So let's now get ready to receive the darshan of Supreme Founder of Hindus. I request everyone to sit with your eyes closed and be in the meditative state to receive the grace and blessings of Supreme Founder of Hinduism.
Paramashivoham